Hello everybody and welcome back to this Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is the Dapper Cthulhu, and this time we have one last, I guess, mini dungeon to do before we head off to fight Ganondorf. So, with that out of the way, it costs, well, this is the Gerudo's training ground. Membership card verified. One try for 10 rupees. Yeah, it costs 10 rupees to get in, which we have 500, so it's no big deal. And we'll have 500 when we get back out. Alright, I'll take your 10 rupees. Give it your best shot. Okay, so now the door is open for us. If we leave, we have to pay to get back in. That's why I wanted to wait until I had everything I could before I came in here. So I wasn't sure whether we needed the mirror shield or not. But in this first room, there's this eye switch here that drops 2 chests. This one over here has 5 rupees. And this one over here has a bundle of arrows. It's only 10 arrows, so since I used one, that brings us up to 39. This spot here will spawn a big fairy if you play the Sun Song or the Song of Storms. But in this area, you can pick which door you want to go through. This middle one leads to the end of the dungeon, so we're going to hold off on that. But I'm going to show you the path through both of them. That dialogue box basically tells us what exactly our mission is. In here, we have a limited amount of time to take down the enemies. We're going to need these bombs. Well, we have a new enemy that we haven't seen yet. Dinofoals. These are like Wizzlefoes, but a little stronger. Oh yeah, and I finally remembered to actually turn the switch mode off, so I have it on hold now. If I had remembered to do that in the Spirit Temple, I wouldn't have had such a difficult time with Twinrova. But the point of this dungeon is to get all of the small keys. We collect them and we use them in that middle room back there. In here, we have to cross the Sea of Fire, as the game puts it. Before we do that, however... Oh. That's where we... okay. Never mind. So, yeah, before we get into that door, we have to collect these silver gems. And obviously, Navi... shows us there's something hidden there, and what we have to do here is we have to play the Song of Time to bring these Song of Time blocks back from the past. And we will be climbing those in a moment. But first, I actually have to use this one to get to this here. And back across. And here, and there's the last one. Oh, there it is, okay. Come on. There we go. Alright. Once we collect those, we can shoot at the torch there, which I knew it was in range even though the dot wasn't there. I don't know if I ever explained it before, and I'm pretty sure I didn't, but that dot that shows up when the hook shot comes up is to show whether what you're aiming at is in range or not. Now in here, you're going to need the iron boots at first, but definitely need the water tunic. As you can see, more Song of Time blocks, which begs the question, how do the Gerudo actually complete this mini dungeon? I will be right back. Okay, so I just learned something. I guess if you're trying to get rid of multiple blocks and you don't get rid of them all at once, you can't summon the other ones back. So you can get rid of them all at once. You just got to play it again after stepping away. Get rid of the last one, and then playing it again will bring them back. Alright, anyway. You have to collect the silver rupees under the water here. As you can see, these shell blades are a pain in the ass. But you gotta get rid of them so that you can collect the rupees. And that's the last one. Alright. So, once you get rid of them, what you gotta do is first use the iron boots to shoot to each of the targets. As long as you keep the iron boots on, they will well, I guess only one was right below a target, but after that you got to position yourself so you'll grab the rupees on the way. The reason why you don't just swim, switching the iron boots on and off, is one, that's a pain, and two, there's actually a swirling current in here, and we're gonna have to deal with that in a minute. But why didn't that work? Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that in a minute, but if you can deal with that as little as possible, I recommend doing so, because that is annoying. Isn't there supposed to be 5? Okay. There you go. I thought there were always 5 of those rupees. Did I get all 5 and forget about one? I'll find out in editing. Anyway, that's what you have to do to get that small key. And even though it looks like you don't have to have the Goron tunic on in the next room, I don't like wearing the Zora tunic because in the game's sequel, Majora's Mask, you find out that as I was saying, in the game's sequel, Majora's Mask, you find out that Zoras are actually weak to fire despite being an aquatic race. Didn't make sense to me, but, you know, if I'm following the lore, just don't wear Zora tunic in fiery. And in some games, Zora armor actually does cause you to take more damage. But, as you just saw, this is where you get the small key for this room. And then you can come in here. And this is actually part of the final room, but I don't think you can get here. Well, you can, actually. By taking the wrong path, you can come in here. And I think this is another room, or another key. Nope. Bombed you. So, yeah, we're not gonna come back here again yet. Because we only have 3 keys, and we need more keys. So, for now... Come on. There we go. Now I do not need the hover boots anymore. So, I will meet you back at the beginning, because we're going to go in the other side now. Actually, no. Not yet. I thought that's where I wanted to have the 2 paths converge, but This came up a lot earlier than I thought, and I forgot about that, but no. No, there's a... Let's see. Yeah, we're not quite where I wanted to converge yet. Okay. In here... Alright. I think you can already see where this is going. Okay. So you take out all the enemies. Alright. That opens the door back, and it opens up for... makes a chest appear right there. Right in front of me. This is not the small key, because we didn't actually solve the room's puzzle. Got more arrows that we didn't actually need. No, we have to find something hidden in the room. And obviously, the obvious place to hide it is under these. So, you gotta smash them out of the way and see. There's a switch underneath that one, which is what it was referring to. So, you open up the chest, and there's a small key. There's an eye switch behind that one. See, it pays to keep looking even after you think you've got everything. You open that and it opens the way forward. Dumbass. Okay. I'm just gonna hit the rest just to see what's behind them. That missed. Okay. Nothing there. Come on. Really? I didn't know that could happen. Okay, anyway. Alright. Here we go. In here, all you have to do, it says blind the eyes of the statue. Pretty easy to figure out. Now the execution of it, not so easy. So you gotta aim your shot. And we've seen how notoriously bad I am at that. There we go. Alright. Jump across there. There's our small key. So, we, now I will meet you back at the beginning, because I'll show the other path, because this is actually where they converge. Alright, so here we are back at the entrance, as you can see by the familiar room and the open chests. We've got 5 keys. We can go in the other room. Defeat all the enemies in a limited time. Alright. Stalfos. We know these guys by now. Situations like this are actually precisely why I have this sword equipped. Alright. Doors open. And you can sink in this sand too, as you just saw by me moving too slow. And there's the key. Go through this door. And here, gather the jewels of white while avoiding traps of danger. Crap. This room, as a kid, always gave me trouble. Got wall master's a pain too. Oh, there is one this way. Okay. But because of all the issues I had with this room as a kid, I more or less have a path I use that basically simplifies things. I already strayed from it, but as usual, if the wall master gets you, it's back to the start of the dungeon. Got 40 seconds left. I need to move. There it is. Got it. And there's no time limit on the way out. Okay. Without the necessary items, one will be confounded by impossible mysteries. This room is why I waited till at least after the child segment of Spirit Temple. Because obviously you need the silver gauntlets. Which, again, how do the Gerudo complete this dungeon? They don't have the Ocarina of Time with the Song of Time. They don't have the silver gauntlets. They don't have the necessary items. Only Link does. How in the world do they complete this dungeon? But there's a chest here that has the silver key in it. Nope, I'm wrong. It's a bundle of arrows. And there's a door there. We'll address that in a minute. We already knew how to do this. Okay, we're addressing it now. Need the lens of truth because this door is fake. The answer is up there. Just hookshot up there, and we will return and go through that door in front of us. After we go through that door, we just open, because I think you probably have an idea of where it goes because I shot upward. In here, the mirror shield isn't necessary, but it makes this room less annoying because it can't eat any of the equipment I have on. The like-likes can't eat any of my equipment that I have on. And even if I didn't have them, I technically could have done this dungeon without the mirror shield, but eating my Hylian shield would have been annoying. Because I never actually mastered fighting like-likes in this game. It's much easier in Majora's Mask. And as you can see, it's very annoying to do it here. That one's a trick, I think. As you can see, there's something invisible here. I think this is the key. Yep. Which means that one's a trick. These two are tricks. And that one up there is too. And I'm not going to open any of them because one of them has a gold rupee in it. And I don't want to waste another one of those. Now in the next episode that's going to become irrelevant, but for now I don't want to waste them in case I end up having to need them. But in here, this is where the two rooms converged, like I said. This is supposed to be a scarecrow spot, but on my practice runs, I could never get it to spawn. So that's why I did it the way I did. And in here, there's just a chest. No puzzle or anything. It's number 8. We have one more to find. So, let's go back to the start of the dungeon. And I'll meet you there, because we have very little left to do. One key to find, but you'll understand when I go back to the beginning. See you there. Okay, so it occurred to me on the way back that I hadn't actually shown what it looks like to get caught by a wall master, so I stood there for a minute to try and let myself get caught, and I learned that the wall master stops showing up once you complete that room. So I walked the rest of the way, and I mean, it's only 2 rooms away, so it's not that big a deal, but still. Now, the next place we're going to go is into the final room. See, that big chest there is what we're after here. The right way to go is onto the left, and the final key is right up here. There's a fake ceiling, and this is the other side of that wall we got that last key from. You probably saw the chest in here and wondered how to get there. This is how. This is key number 9. Sorry about that, you guys. My recording software crashed. I had to restart stuff. Anyway, you keep going along this path and you'll see more chests along the way. Most of them contain rupees, but none of them contain keys, because you have all the keys you need. And it's a path with a lot of locked doors. You just need to follow the path and open the locked door. You know, as long as you follow the left path, you'll get to the as long as you follow the left path and keep opening locked doors, you'll get to the prize really quickly. And what is the prize? Well, as soon as this chest open animation is done, you'll see it is the ice arrow. What does the ice arrow do? It says if you hit your target, it will freeze. There's only one enemy in the game that I know of that works on. And it is Bongo Bongo. Of all things. So, why even have it? It's just an inventory filler. And it's notorious for being so. So why even program it into the game? I don't know. You got me on that. But before I step out with my prize and go to finish the episode, we might as well use our last 2 keys. Okay? We've got 2 more keys. We might as well use them. And as you can see, it leads us back here in the room where we got the bomb chew from the chest. There's not really much else we can do here. We got the prize. We got everything we needed. We might as well just leave. So, let's make our way out of here. Here's the exit. And here's the exit of the dungeon. We're done. Like I said, we leave with 500 rupees. There was no way that wasn't going to happen with some of the enemies we had to deal with. Now all that's left in the game is to defeat Ganondorf and save Hyrule. But first we have to make a pit stop at the Temple of Time. You can warp there now if you want, but for reasons you'll see when I get there, I'm going to not walk, but ride Epona there. I will meet you guys there. Okay, instead of cutting straight to when I get to the Temple of Time, I'm instead going to put in this post-commentary to discuss for a minute how exactly are the Gerudos supposed to pass the training grounds, because almost every item that you need to use in the training grounds is an item exclusive to Link. I mean, you could make an argument that they have bows and arrows, because they give you the ice arrow and they in fact have that archery range that you have to do on horseback. But come on, the long shot has an upgraded hook shot, which Dampe discovered hidden somewhere. It's unique in the world, only Link has one. Megaton Hammer is a legendary item that you don't see anyone else using. The Silver Gauntlets were a treasure hidden in the Spirit Temple. They are one of a kind, except for an item you're going to see me get in the next episode, which clearly the Gerudo don't have. Lens of Truth, hidden, buried in the bottom of the well. Do they have that? I mean, it's implied they do, but why aren't more of them out at the Desert Colossus? It doesn't make any sense how they're expected to complete the Gerudo training grounds. I mean, are we expected to believe that they have their own ocarinas and know the Song of Time? That's exclusive to the Hyrule royal family. Why would the Gerudo people have that? It just doesn't make any sense when you really step back and think about all the things they have as puzzles in the training grounds. And I just wanted to take time to really explain my thought process on that. Okay, here we are back at Hyrule Castletown Market, or what's left of it. Once again, you dodge the Redeads as you come back in here. Again, you can just warp there if you want, but for reasons that are about to become apparent, I decided to walk here. The reason I decided to walk is because even if you warp when you enter the Temple of Time, Link is shown running in. I have been waiting for you, Link. Link, the hero of time. You have overcome many hardships and awakened 6 sages. And now you have a final challenge, a showdown with Ganondorf, the King of Evil. Before that, I have things I want to tell only to you. Please listen. Another unknown legend of the Triforce passed down by the Shadow Folk, the Sheikah. If you would seek the Sacred Triangle, listen well. The resting place of the Sacred Triangle, the Sacred Realm, is a mirror that reflects what is in the heart. The heart of the one who enters it. If an evil heart, the realm will become full of evil. If pure, the realm will become a paradise. The Triforce, the Sacred Triangle, is a balance that weighs the 3 forces: power, wisdom, and courage. If the heart of the one who holds the Sacred Triangle has all 3 forces in balance, that one will gain the true force to govern all. But if that one's heart is not in balance, the Triforce will separate into 3 parts: power, wisdom, and courage. Only one part will remain for the one who touched the Triforce, the part representing the force that one most believes in. If that one seeks the true force, that one must acquire the 2 lost parts. Those 2 parts will be held within others chosen by destiny, who will bear the Triforce mark on the backs of their hands. "7 years ago, Ganondorf, the King of Thieves, used the door you opened in the Temple of Time and entered the Sacred Realm. But when he laid his hands on the Triforce, the legend came true. The Triforce separated into 3 parts. Only the Triforce of Power remained in Ganondorf's hand. The strength of the Triforce of Power enabled him to become a mighty, evil king. But his dark ambitions were not satisfied. To gain complete mastery of the world, Ganondorf started looking for those chosen by destiny to hold the other two Triforce parts. The one who holds the Triforce of Courage is you, Link. And the other, who holds the Triforce of Wisdom, is the seventh sage who is destined to be the leader of them all. It is I, Princess of Hyrule, Zelda. I apologize for meeting you in disguise, but it was necessary to hide from the King of Evil. Please forgive me. On that day, 7 years ago, Ganondorf attacked Hyrule Castle. I saw you as I was escaping from the castle with my attendant, Impa. I thought I should entrust the Ocarina to you. I thought that would be our best chance. As long as you had the Ocarina in your possession, I thought Ganondorf could never enter the Sacred Realm, but something I could never expect happened. After you opened the Door of Time, the Master Sword sealed you away in the Sacred Realm. Your spirit remained in the Sacred Realm, and then the Triforce fell into Ganondorf's hands. He went on to invade the Sacred Realm. Ganondorf had become the evil king, and the Sacred Realm had become a world of evil. All of this is an unfortunate coincidence. I passed myself off as a Sheikah, and hoped that you would return. I waited for 7 years. And now you're back. The Dark Age, but ruled by Ganondorf the Evil King, will end. The 6 sages will open the sealed door and lure Ganondorf back into the Sacred Realm. And then I will seal the door to the Sacred Realm from this world. Thus, Ganondorf the Evil King will vanish from Hyrule. Link, in order to do this, I need your courage again. Please protect me while I do my part. And here is a weapon that can penetrate the Evil King's defenses. The power given to the Chosen Ones. The Sacred Arrow of Light. We got the light arrow, so now we have all the arrows too. That rumbling, it can't be. Now we have the captured princess trope.
Princess Zelda, you foolish traitor. I commend you for avoiding my pursuit for 7 long years. But you let your guard down. I knew you would appear if I let this kid wander around. My only mistake was to slightly underestimate the power of this kid. No, it was not the kid's power I misjudged. It was the power of the Triforce of Courage. But with the Triforce of Wisdom that Zelda has, when I obtain these 2 Triforces, then I will become the true ruler of the world. If you want to rescue Zelda, come to my castle.
Well, shit. I guess now we have no choice but to go to Ganondorf's castle. I mean, we didn't before, but still. That is our only destination left to go to. And you notice I actually never went there before. Now is the time. Now is the time. Or it will be in the next episode. See you guys then.